Blow the doors clean off before the kick and settle, no build-up, no restraint. Every breath detonating into the next until the entire verse feels like an unstoppable shockwave tearing through steel. Every syllable strikes with ruthless precision. Every sentence shove the next one forward before silence even thinks about returning. Every heartbeat demanding another level of intensity until the pace becomes impossible. Decay. Limits never disappear on their own. They wait for someone reckless enough to crash into them first. That's the only language I understand. Tear down hesitation before it grows roots. Break routines before routines break ambition. Burn every comfortable answer until only sharper questions survive. Every morning begins with another reconstruction, another inspection, another decision to become harder to stop than yesterday. Each phrase swings from a different direction. Hidden rhymes locked beneath the movement like pressure buried under solid rock. Every transition cutting across expectation before prediction has time to breathe. No repeated pathways, no familiar formulas, no recycled momentum disguised as originality. Every section forces another escalation, making the previous impact feel smaller the instant the next collision arrives. Heavy pressure creates clear vision. The louder the chaos becomes, the quieter my thinking gets. Strip away distractions, strip away emotion, strip away anything slowing the objective. Clean decisions move faster than loud opinions, and precise execution survive situations where confidence alone falls apart. Strength isn't measured by volume, it's measured by how much force remains after endless resistance. The cadence keeps grinding forward like reinforced machinery, refusing to wear down. Every breath driving another sequence, every sentence tightening the structure until the verse becomes compressed with controlled violence. No empty declarations, no decorative lines, no wasted motion. Every word carries purpose, every transition adds impact. Every moment keeps pushing beyond the last boundary instead of circling back. Short victories never satisfy because satisfaction slows the climb. Finish one objective and another one appears immediately. Reach one summit and another ridge rises above it. Standing still only protects limits, pretending to be accomplishments. I would rather rebuild everything than spend another day polishing something already finished. Comfort the rise wrapped in reasonable excuses, suggesting the next improvement can wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes another delay, another missed opportunity, another invisible chain around the process. I cut every chain before it tightens, raise the expectation again, increase the workload again, sharpen the edge again. Progress belongs to relentless refinement, never to convenient timing. Every difficult lesson deposits another layer beneath the surface. Better reactions, better awareness, better control under impossible conditions. Those advantages don't appear overnight, they accumulate through repetition. Nobody celebrates invisible work, always compounds before visible results arrive. And that's exactly why I trust discipline more than temporary emotion. Every setback becomes another construction site instead of another reason to stop. Locate the fracture, reinforce the foundation, replace weak habits before they become permanent architecture. Repeating till resilience becomes automatic, and pressure no longer changes the direction, only the speed. Final breath doesn't fade into silence, it launches another assault before the echo disappears. One ceiling collapses, another one immediately stands overhead, demanding greater precision. One chapter closes, another one explodes open without warning. Keep raising the standard, keep rebuilding the frame, keep attacking every impossible distance until yesterday becomes nothing more than the smallest step in the climb that refuses to end. Split the ground with the very first strike, flood the room with raw momentum. Before the speakers finish shaking, every breath smashing into another until the verse erupts in a non-stop impact that refuses to leave survivors behind. Every syllable lands like forged titanium, every sentence tans through the next without hesitation. Every heartbeat feeding another surge until the pressure climbs so high the silence has nowhere left to hide. Every morning begins with destruction before creation smash. Outdated thinking into fragments, rip weak instincts out before they spread. Shatter every habit that mistakes repetition for progress. The strongest structures are never inherited, they're rebuilt after everything fragile gets stripped away. I don't protect old victories because old victories become dead weight the second they stop demanding improvement. Each phrase attacks from a different angle, internal rhymes woven beneath the movement like cables stretched to reinforce steel. Every transition swerving into unexpected territory before prediction finishes drawing its outline. Nothing repeats, nothing circles back, nothing borrows yesterday's shape. Every section forces the pressure higher until the previous impact feels too small to remember. Hard resistance never blocks the path, it exposes where the next upgrade belongs. Every collision reveals another weak connection, every setback points directly toward toward another improvement waiting to happen. That's why heavy conditions never slow me down. They simplify everything, remove distractions, eliminate wasted effort, sharpen the objective until only decisive movement remains. The cadence keeps hammering forward with relentless precision. Every breath welding another sequence into place. Every sentence driving heavier force through the framework without spilling control. No decorative confidence, no recycled aggression, no oversized promises replacing execution. Every line earns survival because it carries weight. Every word exists because it creates another layer of momentum. Temporary excitement fades before sunrise. Discipline, repetition keeps building long after emotions disappear. Another demanding session, another sharpened instinct, another uncomfortable correction accepted without resistance. Quiet consistency compounds beneath the surface until visible results become impossible to deny. Strong foundations don't need loud announcements while they're still growing. Comfort always offers easier roads disguised as reasonable choices. Lower the expectation, once delay improvement, once accept average just this time. Tiny compromises stack into invisible barriers before anyone notices. I destroy every barrier while it's still unfinished. Raise the standard again, increase the precision again, tighten the process again. Keep moving before comfort even recognizes the direction. Every difficult moment becomes another blueprint. Instead of another excuse, study the fracture. Replace the weak material, reinforce the structure. Return carrying stronger reactions than before. Honest reconstruction always outlasts borrowed confidence, because experience built through pressure never disappears when conditions change. Every completed challenge instantly becomes another beginning. Every broken ceiling reveals another one hanging higher. Every stronger version exposes another layer, demanding even cleaner execution. Standing still would only preserve limitations, pretending to be accomplishments. So I choose constant reconstruction over temporary satisfaction. Every single time, final breath crashes harder than the opening, refusing to fade quietly into the distance. One mountain falls behind, another rises ahead. One impossible standard disappears, another one immediately demands more precision. That's the pursuit I keep chasing, because progress never belongs to the version protecting yesterday. It belongs to the version willing to destroy every limit before the next sunrise arrives. Rip the sky apart before the first drum can breathe. Crash through the silence with both hands on the throttle. Every breath detonating into another until the entire verse becomes a rolling collapse that refuses to slow down. Every syllable punches through the air like forged steel. Every sentence ignites the next before the smoke clears. Every heartbeat loading another explosion into the chamber until momentum feels impossible to contain. Nothing standing in front of me deserves permanent existence. Weak habits get erased, fragile thinking gets dismantled. Comfortable routines get buried before sunrise. Every day starts with demolition instead of celebration, because foundations become stronger only after broken pieces get carried away. I don't polish old victories, I melt them down and forge sharper tools from the remains. Each phrase tears through a different direction. Internal rhymes buried deep beneath the movement like cables holding impossible pressure. Every transition snapping sideways before prediction catches up. No repeated formulas, no familiar structures, no recycled pathways pretending to be fresh. Every section exists to overwhelm the last one until the entire progression feels like a staircase collapsing upward instead of standing still. The louder the resistance becomes, the calmer the decisions get. Chaos creates opportunities for disciplined minds, because panic wastes movement while preparation removes it. I don't wrestle with confusion, I contrite through it. Strip away distractions, eliminate unnecessary reactions, leave only clean execution capable of surviving impossible conditions without losing direction. The cadence keeps striking with mechanical force, every breath locking another sequence into place. Every sentence building heavier pressure than the previous one without wasting a single moment. No decorative aggression, no oversized claims, no empty confidence trying to replace substance. Every line exists because it carries weight. Every word survives because it moves the entire structure forward. Temporary excitement burns fast, lasting discipline burns forever. That's why I trust repetition over emotion. Another demanding morning, another rebuilt instinct, another uncomfortable correction accepted without argument. Invisible effort keeps stacking beneath the surface until visible dominance becomes unavoidable. Strong foundations never ask for applause while they're being built. Convenience keeps offering smaller dreams wrapped inside easier choices. Accept one compromise, then another until ambition quietly forgets its own voice. I refuse to bargain every time. Raise the pressure, raise the precision, raise the expectation. If the standard feels comfortable, the standard isn't high enough anymore. Every setback becomes another construction zone. Study the damage, replace weak materials, reinforce every joint before the next collision arrives. Honest rebuilding always creates stronger architecture than pretending nothing cracked in the first place. Every repaired fracture becomes another reason the structure survives. Heavier impact tomorrow. Every summer reveals another horizon, stretching even farther away. Every completed objective immediately demands cleaner execution than the one before it. Satisfaction slows momentum, relentless curiosity keeps momentum alive. That's why every ending instantly becomes another beginning instead of another excuse to pause. Final breath crashes harder than the opening because there was never an intention to finish quietly. One ceiling explodes into dust, another appears above it. One impossible distance disappears behind me, another one demands even greater force. I keep driving forward with sharper instincts, stronger discipline and cleaner execution, because becoming unstoppable isn't a destination, it's a decision. Repeat it every single day until nothing standing ahead remains standing for long. Crush through the opening blast before the walls can answer back. No countdown, no warning, no room for hesitation. Every breath colliding into the next until the entire verse sounds like controlled destruction, racing faster than thought itself. Every word strikes with purpose, every sentence detonates before the last impact fades away. Every heartbeat dragging another wave of pressure forward until slowing down isn't even part of the language anymore. The first battle is never against the world outside, it's against the quiet voice insisting that enough is already enough. I buried that voice beneath repetition long ago. Every sunrise begins with another examination. Strip away weak reactions, replace lazy decisions, burn through outdated instincts. Anything that refuses to evolve gets left behind before it can anchor another step to yesterday's version. Progress isn't inherited, it's rebuilt from the ground up every single day. Each phrase breaks through another direction, hidden rhymes locked beneath the movement like reinforced plates beneath solid ground. Every transition cutting across expectation before expectation has a chance to settle. No repeated structures, no recycled pathways, no borrowed formulas dressed up with louder delivery. Every section tears open new space, refusing to revisit territory that's already been conquered. Resistance isn't a warning sign, it's raw material. Every difficult stretch hides another opportunity waiting to be extracted. More resistance sharpens timing, more uncertainty strengthens awareness, more responsibility cleans away unnecessary thinking until only decisive action remains. Easy conditions soften the edge, heavy demands forge it into something capable of surviving far beyond comfortable limits. The movement keeps tightening without spilling a single ounce of control. Every breath locking another sequence into place, every sentence striking with enough force to launch the next. Before silence even thinks about returning, no decorative language, no empty confidence, no oversized promises searching for attention. Every line survives because it carries weight. Every word earns another second by pushing the momentum forward. Comfort wears invisible colors, it slips into routines, pretending everything can wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow quietly steals another opportunity. I answer immediately. The workload, the discipline, the expectation. Improvement isn't something reserved for perfect timing. Improvement belongs to relentless repetition that refuses to negotiate with convenience. Recognition moves wherever attention drifts, precision remains exactly where discipline built it. That's why I trust invisible effort over visible celebration. Another difficult correction, another refined reaction, another demanding session completed without excuses. Those moments stack silently until they become impossible to overlook. Lasting strength grows underground long before anyone notices what rises above it. Love it, love it, love it. Every setback becomes another blueprint instead of another burden. Find the fracture before it spreads, strengthen the foundation before another storm arrives. Replace weak habits with stronger systems before old mistakes become familiar. Honest reconstruction always outlasts temporary confidence, because solid structure never depends on perfect conditions to remain standing. Every completed challenge immediately unlocks another responsibility. Every stronger version reveals another limit still waiting to fall. Every new horizon raises the price of standing still. That's exactly why I keep rebuilding before comfort has time to settle. Momentum survives through constant refinement, never through protecting yesterday's accomplishments. Final breath doesn't signal an ending, it ignites another collision before the echo disappears. One ceiling falls, another one appears higher than before. One mountain fades behind the horizon, another one rises directly ahead. I keep charging toward the next impossible standard with sharper focus, cleaner execution, and stronger resolve. Because the destination has never been the objective. Becoming impossible to outgrow is the only pursuit worth chasing, chasing, chasing. Smash straight through the first second like the speakers just exploded. No mercy, no pause, no breathing room. Every breath hammering into the next until the entire verse sounds like a chain reaction ripping through concrete. Every syllable cuts with intent, every sentence drags another one behind it. Every decision arrives fully loaded because slowing down has never been part of the blueprint. Hesitation doesn't even get the chance to form before another wave crashes over it and wipes the ground clean. The highest wall isn't standing in front of me, it's hiding inside every excuse, waiting for permission to exist. I don't negotiate with excuses, I erase them before sunrise. Every habit gets interrogated, every routine gets dismantled. Every weak instinct is dragged into the light until it either revolves or disappears. Growth doesn't happen because time passes. Growth happens because comfort keeps losing the argument. Each phrase crashes through another angle, hidden rhymes fused beneath the structure like steel bars locked aside reinforced stone. Every transition snapping sideways before prediction finds a foothold. Nothing echoes an older pattern, nothing leans on recycled movement. Every section exists to overpower the previous one, making the last impact feel smaller the moment the next one lands. Pressure keeps adding weight and I keep adding structure. More resistance creates better balance. More difficulty creates cleaner judgment. More uncertainty sharpens instinct. Easy roads never build dangerous minds. Smooth conditions never forge relentless discipline. Every demanding moment strips another unnecessary layer away until only precision remains standing in the middle of the chaos. The cadence keeps accelerating without spilling control. Every breath welding another sequence into place. Every sentence striking before the previous one finishes echoing. No decorative bars, no inflated statements, no hollow confidence pretending to carry substance. Every word has a purpose. Every line earns survival through impact instead of appearance. Recognition disappears as quickly as attention shifts. Skill keeps compounding regardless of who's watching. That's why I invest where cameras never point. Another corrected mistake, another refined reaction. Another uncomfortable lesson accepted without hesitation. Those invisible hours become visible dominance long after the applause has already moved somewhere else. Comfort speaks in quiet voices, suggesting the climb can slow down because enough progress has already been made. That's the lie that buries ambition, one small compromise at a time. I answer by increasing the standard before satisfaction settles and sharpen the edge again. Tighten the process again. Remove another unnecessary habit before it learns how to survive another day. Every setback becomes another blueprint instead of another complaint. Find a fracture, reinforce the frame, return stronger than before. Weak foundations don't deserve protection, they deserve reconstruction. Every collapse avoided through honest correction becomes another advantage impossible to imitate because experience leaves marks that shortcuts never can. The movement refuses to loosen its grip. Every section feeds another surge, every transition drives another collision. Every sentence compresses the momentum tighter until the entire verse feels like controlled impact from beginning to end. Standing still has never solved anything worth remembering. Forward pressure always has. Final breath lands harder than the opening because the finish line was never the destination. One summit disappears, another one rises immediately. One limit falls, another one stands waiting. I don't carry trophies into tomorrow, I carry sharper instincts, cleaner execution and stronger discipline. Because the strongest version is always hidden behind the next impossible standard. And the only way to meet it is to hit, even harder than the last time. Shatter the silence. Before the first kick even settles, slam the throttle wide open. Every breath exploding into the next until the verse tears forward like an unstoppable landslide, swallowing everything in its path. Every line strikes with sharpened purpose. Every second overloads the pressure. Every word refuses to leave empty space behind. There is no slow entrance, no cautious beginning, only immediate impact that keeps multiplying until the entire atmosphere bends around the momentum. Every sunrise is another demolition site. Break apart yesterday's habits before they fossilize. Rip old instincts out by the roots before they mistake survival for progress. Tear every comfortable routine into pieces and rebuild it under heavier weight. Stability without evolution becomes another prison, and I refuse to spend another day living inside walls built by outdated versions of myself. Each phrase carves through unexplored territory, hidden rhymes buried beneath the current like live wires beneath concrete. Every transition striking from impossible angles before expectation can predict the landing. Familiar movement gets erased immediately. Recycled ideas never survive the rewrite. Every section has one responsibility: increase the pressure until the previous impact feels unfinished. Resistance is the greatest architect ever created. It exposes weak joints, careless thinking, and rush decisions with brutal honesty. I welcome every collision because every collision leaves behind another stronger framework. Tighten the structure, replace the weak material, remove unnecessary weight. Repeat until pressure stops looking like danger and starts looking like another opportunity to reinforce the foundation. The cadence keeps accelerating with mechanical precision. Every breath locking another sequence into motion. Every sentence compressing another wave of force without wasting a single beat. No decorative language pretending to sound powerful. No oversized promises covering empty substance. Every line survives because it pushes harder than the one before it. Every word earns another heartbeat through purpose alone. Temporary praise disappears the moment attention changes direction. Discipline keeps producing long after the lights fade away. That's the investment. I trust another demanding morning, another refined adjustment, another uncomfortable correction accepted without complaint. Quiet repetition compounds into overwhelming strength, because consistency never asks permission to become extraordinary. Comfort doesn't arrive carrying chains, it arrives carrying softer expectations. Lower the standard once it's delayed. One improvement except one week of performance. Tiny compromises stack until they become invisible ceilings. I smash every ceiling before it finishes forming. Raise the workload, raise the awareness, raise the precision. Refuse to let convenience rewrite the standard. Every setback becomes another laboratory instead of another excuse. Study the damage, measure the weakness, reinforce the process, walk back stronger than before. Every repaired fracture becomes a stronger section than the original, because honest reconstruction always outlasts blind confidence. Strength isn't avoiding failure, strength is refusing to repeat it. Every completed climb reveals another ridge hidden beyond the clouds. Every solved problem uncovers another layer, demanding greater discipline. Satisfaction freezes momentum, curiosity keeps it alive. I choose relentless refinement over temporary comfort, because unfinished potential always carries more value than polished memories. Final breath lands like another controlled explosion, refusing to fade into silence. One wall crumbles, another rises. One chapter closes, another immediately ignites. Sharper instincts, cleaner execution, stronger resolve, greater pressure. The pursuit never slows, because the destination keeps moving farther away. And that's exactly why I keep charging forward until yesterday can no longer recognize the force still being built. Kick the front door off the frame before the bass finishes breathing. Zero warning, zero restraint. Every breath crashing into one another until the verse turns into pure forward motion with no space left for hesitation. Every syllable lands like forged metal. Every sentence ignites the next one instantly. Every second overloaded with pressure until the tempo feels like it's outrunning its own shadow. This isn't a slow climb, it's an immediate collision that never releases the throttle. Standing still has never protected anything worth keeping. Rust doesn't appear overnight, it arrives when ignored. Decision at a time, that's why I dismantle every routine before it grows comfortable. Question every instinct before it becomes automatic. Replace every weak habit before it learns how to survive another sunrise. Improvement isn't a lucky accident, it's ruthless maintenance repeated until weakness forgets where it belongs. Every phrase tears across unfamiliar ground. Internal rhymes buried beneath the structure like reinforced beams, holding impossible weight. Every transition cutting away before expectation finishes. Drawing the map, nothing loops back, nothing borrows old momentum, nothing survives simply because it worked before. Every section forces another escalation, pushing the energy somewhere untouched instead of circling around familiar territory. Resistance never scares me, because resistance reveals the truth. Heavy pressure exposes loose foundations, slow reactions and careless thinking long before success ever does good. Better to discover every crack while there's still time to rebuild. Strengthen the frame, tighten the bolts, remove wasted movement, return carrying more control than the situation expected to face. The rhythm keeps driving forward like machinery built without an off switch. Every breath locking another sequence into place. Every sentence compressing the intensity tighter without wasting a single beat. No decorative language, no empty swagger, no recycled confidence pretending to be original. Every line earns its place because it creates force instead of borrowing it. Attention changes direction every day. Standard trading, I refuse to let outside noise decide the pace of internal growth. Another discipline, repetition, another precise adjustment, another uncomfortable correction accepted without resistance. Invisible effort compounds until visible results become too obvious to dismiss. Real progress never needed an audience to become real. Convenience sells comfort in tiny pieces. Skip one session, delay one improvement, lower the expectation just this once. Tiny compromises stack faster than victories, quietly building walls that look harmless until they become impossible to climb. I tear those walls down before they finish drying. Raise the standard again, increase the demand again, sharpen the process again, keep the edge alive before the goal is even arrives. Every difficult moment leaves behind something valuable if the lesson gets collected instead of ignored. Faster judgment, cleaner execution, better awareness, stronger patience. Those gains don't disappear because they were earned under pressure instead of borrowed from easy circumstances. That's why I never asked for more lighter challenges, only stronger. Preparation. Every completed objective immediately becomes another starting line. Every ceiling broken reveals another one waiting overhead. Every stronger version demands even cleaner thinking than the last. Satisfaction pauses the climb, curiosity keeps it moving. I choose moving every single time because unfinished potential has always been louder than completed success. Final breath doesn't close the chapter, it launches another charge before the echo fades away. One obstacle falls, another rises. One horizon disappears, another stretches even farther into the distance. I keep chasing sharper execution, heavier standards and stronger discipline, because the destination has never been the goal. The goal is becoming the version that keeps advancing long after everyone else decides the climb is high enough. Tear through the first hit like the ceiling just shattered. No warning, no breathing space. Every breath firing into another until the whole verse becomes a non-stop avalanche of pressure that never gets to beat a chance to recover. Every syllable lands like it was sharpened overnight. Every sentence dragging another one behind it. Every second overloaded with intent until hesitation gets buried beneath the weight before it even forms a thought. Steel isn't born polished, it earns its edge from collision after collision. So I stopped looking for easier roads and started looking for heavier ones, because heavy roads expose weak foundations before weak foundations destroy the climb. Every sunrise feels like another inspection. Every instinct dragged under brighter light. Every habit forced to prove it deserves another day inside the routine. If it fails, it's gone. If it survives, increase the load again until strength becomes undeniable. Each phrase cuts across the rhythm from impossible angles. Hidden rhymes loaded beneath the surface like pressure plates waiting to explode. Every transition snapping into another direction before expectation can even map the route. Predictability never survives inside the structure. Familiarity gets dismantled on sight. Safe choices get erased before they leave fingerprints. Every section aroused, carrying enough force to make the previous one feel unfinished. False confidence disappears, the second reality pushes back. Real confidence grows in silence while difficult work keeps stacking underneath it. Another correction, another rebuilt habit, another uncomfortable truth accepted without argument. Piece by piece the frame becomes impossible to shake, because every reconnection has already been broken and replaced long before anyone else notices the difference. Pressure never arrives politely, it kicks the door open demanding answers immediately good. That's exactly what preparation earns its value. Every obstacle becomes another blueprint instead of another complaint. Every setback becomes another layer welded into the foundation. Every mistake becomes another permanent upgrade, because ignoring flaws only guarantees the return, carrying more weight the next time. The movement keeps tightening until every breath feels compressed with purpose. Every sentence locking another gear into place. Every word chosen because it drives the momentum harder instead of decorating empty space. No recycled confidence, no oversized promises, no hollow aggression pretending to replace execution. Every line survives because it contributes impact, precision, a relentless forward motion. Confidence the quietest thief alive, it steals ambition one easy decision at a time, convincing people to climb. Can wait until tomorrow, tomorrow keeps moving, standards keep rising. Opportunity never pauses, I refuse to negotiate with delay. Increase the expectation before satisfaction has a chance to unpack. Raise the workload before routine grows lazy. Sharpen the edge before rust even touches the steel. Discipline doesn't care whether conditions feel fair. Discipline shows up through cold mornings, missed opportunities, shifting plans, and unexpected pressure without asking for applause. That's why I trust repetition more than emotion. Emotion changes with the weather, repetition keeps building even when motivation already left hours ago. Invisible effort compounds until visible dominance becomes impossible to explain with luck alone. Every completed objective instantly transforms into another responsibility. Every higher level reveals another flaw waiting to be corrected. Every stronger version demands cleaner thinking than the last one never required. Standing still would only protect limitations, pretending to be accomplishments. I'd rather destroy every old ceiling myself than spend another day living underneath it. Final breath doesn't slow the pace, it detonates into another pursuit before the ego disappears. No attachment to yesterday, no interest in defending no victories. Another mountain already stands ahead, another impossible standard already demands more precision, more resilience, and more relentless execution than today can provide. That's exactly where the next step belongs, because the strongest version has never existed in the past. It's always hiding beyond the next collision, waiting for enough courage to smash straight through it. Detonate through the opening bar, like the speakers just cracked apart. No countdown, no hesitation. Every breath slamming into another, until the entire verse feels like a runaway engine refusing to cool down. Every syllable hits with intent, every sentence launches the next before the echo has time to settle. Every moment packed so tightly with pressure that doubt gets crushed before it even reaches the surface. This pace doesn't ask for permission, it creates its own gravity and drags everything else behind it. comfort, never built anything worth remembering. Comfort waits in quiet corners, hoping one lazy decision becomes another, hoping one skip correction becomes another permanent habit. I never leave that door unlocked. Every routine gets ripped apart before it grows stale. Every instinct gets challenged before it turns predictable. Every successful pattern gets rebuilt while it's still working, because survival belongs to whatever keeps evolving instead of whatever keeps repeating. Every phrase crashes from another angle, hidden rhymes fused beneath the structure like steel reinforcing concrete. Every transition snapping into unfamiliar territory before expectation catches the groove. No recycled movement, no repeated formula, no borrowed momentum disguised as originality. Every section exists to increase the pressure, forcing the next one to climb higher instead of settling beside the last. Hard days don't ask for confidence, they demand structure. They expose rush thinking, weak reactions, and habits that never deserve to survive. But better to find every fracture now than carry it into tomorrow pretending it's invisible. Every difficult moment becomes another blueprint, reinforce the weak point, tighten the frame, return stronger than the version that first stepped into the fire. The cadence keeps compressing until every breath drives another collision. Every sentence stacking force upon force without wasting a single beat. No decorated word and no empty aggression, no exaggerated claims trying to replace execution. Every line earns its place through precision. Every word survives because it moves the entire verse forward instead of filling silence. Recognition fades as quickly as attention changes direction. Skill keeps compounding whether the lights stay on or disappear completely. That's where I invest every hour. Another refined reaction, another disciplined repetition, another one comfortable correction accepted without argument. Those unseen improvements quietly become impossible advantages, because consistency always outlasts excitement. Excuses arrive wearing polished language. They promise another chance tomorrow, another opportunity later, another reason to slow the climb. Today I cut them off immediately. Raise the standard before satisfaction settles, and increase the workload before routine grows soft. Sharpen the edge before rust even knows where to begin. Progress doesn't wait for perfect conditions, it rewards relentless adjustment. Every obstacle carries hidden information instead of hidden defeat. Look closer, where did the structure bend? Which habit created unnecessary weight? Which decision slowed the momentum? Remove it, replace it, strengthen everything surrounding it until the same obstacle can't produce the same result twice. That's how resilience grows, not through luck, but through relentless reconstruction. Every completed objective instantly becomes unfinished the moment another horizon appears. Every stronger version reveals another weakness waiting to be removed. Every ceiling shattered uncovers another one hanging even higher. That's exactly the cycle I choose to protect, because standing still only preserves limits that never deserve to survive in the first place. Final breath lands like another explosion instead of an ending. No victory lap, no attachment to old milestones, no interest in defending yesterday's reputation. Another climb already demands sharper focus, stronger discipline, and cleaner execution than today can provide. And that's the direction I keep chasing, because the next level always belongs to the version willing to hit harder than the last without ever looking back. Yeah. Hammered through the opening like the ground is split apart. No warning shot, no calm beginning. Every breath detonating into another until the verse becomes a relentless collision with no chance to recover. Every word hits like forged iron. Every sentence crashes forward before the last echo dies. Every heartbeat pulling the next impact closer into the tempo feels untouchable. There isn't a single wasted second, because wasted seconds never return. Carrying another opportunity. Break the frame before the frame starts defining you. Destroy the routine before routine decides your ceiling. Tear apart comfortable answers until only sharp instincts remain standing. Every dawn begins with another audit, another rebuild, another decision to eliminate everything that no longer deserves space. Old methods don't receive respect simply because they survived itis. Survival isn't enough, improvement is the only requirement that never changes. Every phrase slices across unfamiliar ground, internal rhymes hidden beneath the movement like reinforced cables stretched under impossible tension. Every transition refusing to land where expectation predicts. Nothing retraces old footsteps, nothing borrows yesterday's blueprint. Nothing exists because it was sound and effect. Every section arrives carrying a heavier impact than the last, forcing the entire structure to keep evolving without mercy. Hard conditions simplify everything. They remove distractions, expose weak reactions, and strip away false confidence until only preparation remains. That's exactly why I welcome them. Difficult moments don't arrive to stop progress, they arrive to reveal what still needs rebuilding. Find a weak point, reinforce the structure, repeat until pressure runs out of ways to surprise the process.
The movement keeps accelerating without surrendering control. Every breath feeding another chain of momentum. Every sentence compressing more force until the next, until the entire verse feels welded together under constant tension. No decorative filler, no recycled aggression, no oversized promises looking for attention. Every line survives because it pushes harder than the one before it. Convenience has destroyed more ambition than failure ever could. It whispers instead of shouting, offering smaller standards wrapped in reasonable language. Skip one correction, delay one adjustment, settle just this once. That's where decline quietly begins. I reject every offer before it grows roots. Raise the expectation, raise the discipline, raise the workload. Keep refining until comfort forgets the address. Invisible effort always compounds before visible success appear. Another early morning, another corrected mistake, another hour spent sharpening reactions while everything outside stays silent. Those quiet investments become impossible advantages. Repetition builds strength that shortcuts never imitate. Fast results fade, solid foundations keep carrying weight long after the excitement disappears. Every obstacle becomes another workshop instead of another excuse. Study the fracture, replace weak materials, remove wasted movement, return stronger than before. Every rebuilt section creates another layer the future pressure can't break through. Strength isn't inherited, it gets assembled piece by piece until resilience becomes automatic. Every finished objective instantly transforms into a launch point, where every higher level reveals another peak. Hiding beyond the clouds, satisfaction slows the climb, curiosity keeps it alive. I refuse to let completed work become permanent furniture inside the mind. Keep questioning, keep rebuilding, keep moving before certainty grows heavy enough to become another chain. Final breath lands like another explosion instead of a conclusion. One wall falls, another rises. One horizon disappears, another stretches even farther away. I keep driving toward greater precision, stronger discipline and cleaner execution, because the destination has never mattered as much as becoming impossible to contain inside yesterday's limits.